Mr. Fried. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, tell me about your practice. What is it that makes your practice stand out? Okay. Why do you think that most of your clients choose to do business with you? Okay. And when it comes to working with businesses that just start up, what sets you apart from your competition? That's a pretty good answer. Sorry, that one was funny. Okay, so we've covered that. Okay. If you had to send a message to, imagine that your ideal client is watching this and they're watching a 2 to 3 minute clip of you. What are the important things that you want to make sure that they understand as kind of like a prerequisite to doing business with you? What should they have prepared, and what should they expect in the process? Okay. In the question, or in your answer, if you would just make reference to the question, because I'm going to cut my question out, and then I'm going to go directly start like where you start with that question.
Okay.
So, if somebody was looking to start an LLC and they were wanting to budget for it, what would you recommend to them? And your average client, how long do your average business clients stick with you?
I hate to say this, but until they die.
Well, put that into the question as you give the answer. So how long do your business clients usually stick with
my
you?
business
Okay, so I would say that you consider yourself to be a one-stop shop when it comes to businesses, is that correct? In the life of a business client, what should they expect and how often should they expect to use an attorney with your average client, using them as a baseline? How often and how much are they going to need you in the beginning, in the middle, and towards the end? Okay. And what type of relationships do you build with your clients? Okay. And everybody, when you're searching for a lawyer or any type of business, usually it's a fit because you decide you like that guy, so on and so forth. So the types of clients, the personality types that you end up dealing with most, what meshes well with your business? Okay. And so give me take a few minutes and just give me a story about your business, like the one that sticks out, that like if you wanted to sit there and use that as something to tell all of your clients, what story would you tell them that would help relay the quality of the work that you do and just the style in which you run your business? Do you have any stories like that?
Okay, there you go. What was the?
Okay, so you've got a 5-minute window to go over the things that you would have hoped that I would have asked, or to cover things that you think I didn't ask. So it's kind of like think of it like your closing argument.
Okay. I've been practicing now for 42 years, so I can basically say that I've seen everything in my fields. Everything from working in New York City, in the Wall Street area, to working in Central Florida, to handling probate matters, to handling real estate matters, to handling business matters, and personal injury matters. And I think my strength is that I have this cross training in these different areas. And if you have a problem where somebody got hurt in your business, even though that might be covered by workers' comp or might be covered by liability coverage, at least I can tell you what the issues are that you may be confronted with as your attorney, not as the insurance company's attorney. I've been in business since 1978, I graduated from University of Florida Law School. I took the Florida bar and the New York bar, and practiced up in New York for 15 years in the Wall Street area, and came back down to Florida in the Central Florida area 27 years ago. I've been cross-trained in many areas of the law. For instance, I represent small businesses getting started. I represent businesses that are purchasing real estate to open up an office. I represent people who are selling their businesses. I represent people who have members in their business who have died. I do the probate work for that. So I'm able to handle a variety of different areas and see the big picture. Clients would be someone just getting started in a business, because it's sort of preventative medicine to know what you're doing when you first get started, because you're going to be making mistakes. And by avoiding those mistakes, I can save people a lot of headaches when they're getting started. Once the business gets rolling and you get bigger and you want to bring in partners or shareholders or members, I can advise them how to do that without losing control of the business, and also helping them to expand the business. It's the personalized service. It's not an internet service that does these things for you. Every business is different. Every business needs certain advice that's tailored to them. And you can't get that by going on the internet, and you can't get that by going to a large firm that's going to have no time to see you and help you. My clients talk to me. They don't talk to the paralegal. They don't talk to the secretary. They talk to me. They get me on the phone, and I handle the problem for them. If someone wanted to start an LLC and they wanted to budget for it, I always recommend having an operating agreement, which is basically a structure for if you want to sell your business, sell a membership, or how you want to run your LLC. Some people skip that step and then regret it later on when they have another member who wants to buy or sell. An operating agreement is like a prenuptial agreement. A shareholders agreement is like a prenuptial agreement. That way you know what everyone's rights are, assuming that there's more than one member or more than one shareholder. If you have no idea of what you're doing, then come in here and I can help you figure out what you need to do. Well, one of the things I like to do is be a counselor, to be an advisor to people. So what I would suggest somebody who's new, who needs some advice, do some research yourself. Figure out exactly what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and then I can help you do that. But you really have to sit down with yourself and your partners or your potential shareholders or your potential members of your LLC and, come up with a game plan as to what you want to do, and then I can help run that game plan for you. Typically, they maybe need me the most in the beginning. Second most, my clients would need me at the end of their business, for instance, selling or getting in new members. And in between, if I've done my job, they hardly have to see me. They call me from time to time for advice. But if they get sued or they have to sue somebody, that's when they typically will contact me immediately. You start a business, you buy real estate, you sell the business, someone in your business has a car accident, I can represent them on that. And if the business is kind of mature and the people are kind of mature and they pass on, then I can handle the probate work also. I want you to leave here having a good understanding of what the issues are and what the solutions are.